الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد, my brothers and sisters in deen, in today's sermon we will be drawing our attentions to some of the lessons of one of the verses of the glorious Quran, precisely verse 105 of Surah 5th of the glorious Quran, that is Surah Al-Ma'idah. In that noble verse, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is saying that, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim, Allah the Exalted is saying, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu alaykum anfusakum la yadhurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum ila Allahi marji'ukum jami'an fayunabbi'ukum bima kuntum ta'malun. In this noble verse of the glorious Quran, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala was, calling upon the believers. He said, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O you who believe, alaykum anfusakum, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. That is by doing whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commands you to do, and abstaining from whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commands you to abstain from, and by, so Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, in this noble verse, as we say, that is Surah 5 of Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O you who believe, alaykum anfusakum la yadurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum ila Allahi marji'ukum jami'an fayunabbi'ukum bima kuntum ta'malun. Allah the Exalted is saying that, O you who believe, alaykum anfusakum, take care of yourselves by believing in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, doing whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commands you to do, that is by imtithalul awamir wa jinabun nawahi, doing whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala commands you to do, and abstaining from whatever He commands you to abstain from, and also enjoining on others righteousness and warning them against evil. So basically, if you've done whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala expects of you as a person, that is as an individual, then He said, La yadurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum. Then you will not be harmed, you will not be hurt. Man dhalla idha la yadurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum. Those who go astray, their own action, you cannot be hurt by that. That is, you won't be affected by that. La yadurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum. So those who go astray, they won't harm you as a result of their own wrong path. That is, on the day of judgment, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is going to judge each and everyone based on his own deed. You will not be judged by another person's deed, so long as you have no connection with his own deed. As Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala told us in a verse of the Quran that وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةً وِزْرَ أُخْرَى وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى وَأَنَّ سَعْيَهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ الْجَزَاءَ الْأَوْفَى. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةً وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No soul bears the burden of another soul. That is, nobody carries another person's load on the day of resurrection. وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ. Nothing is for man إِلَّا مَا سَعَى, except what he does. وَأَنَّ سَعْيَهُ, and certainly it is his deed, سَوْفَ يُرَى, that he is going to be made to see. ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ الْجَزَاءَ الْأَوْفَى. and he is going to be rewarded in accordance. So here, Allah is telling us that take care of yourself. Check yourself. Watch your deeds. Because you are going to be accountable on the day of judgment based on your action. So whatever others do, so long as you've done your own part, لا يضركم من ضل إذا اهتديتم. Like in another verse, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is saying, يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. Allah says, save yourselves and your families from what? From the hell. And when they talk about saving yourselves, it has to do with what? Complying with Allah's injunction, and also saying that you won't be harmed by the action of those who go astray, so long as you are on the right path. And I want to go a bit wider than maybe the expectation of many of us. Sometimes is when we talk about ibadah or doing what one's supposed to do, maybe our thinking is mostly related to salah, fasting, zakah, what we've mostly considered as what? As raw ibadah. But I want us to always remember that your life generally as a mu'min, as a believer, Allah documents everything. Even a non-believer, Allah documents everything. Every second of your life you are going to be judged by that. And when you do what Allah commands you to do, you will save yourself first in this world, and then where? In the hereafter. Because when you do righteous deed, when you do good deed, the result comes here first, and that of the hereafter comes when? Later. When you talk about Jannah or talk about hell, until you die, before you will go to Jannah or go to where? Go to hell. But when you do what is right, it makes the world a better place. Because like I usually remind us from time to time, the do's and don'ts in the Quran, they are meant to give you a better world. They are meant to what? To give you a better world. That's why Allah clearly told us in the verse of the Quran that Man amila salihan min dhakarin aw untha wa huwa mu'min falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyiba wa lanajziyannahum bi ahsani ma kanu ya'malun. Allah the Exalted said in this noble verse of the Quran that Man amila salihan, whoever does righteous deed, min dhakarin, whether male or untha or female, wa huwa mu'min, and he's a believer, Allah said falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyiba. We are going to make him live a good life. Where? In this world. وَلَنُحْيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبًا. We are going to make him live a good life in this world. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ. We are also going to compensate them. We are going to pay them in the hereafter بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, with what is better than what they do. Same thing applicable to when you refuse to do what Allah asks you to do. You will suffer here first before the suffering follows in the hereafter. That's why in a verse of the Quran, Allah also clearly told you in a verse that what? وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said in that verse that وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي, whoever goes contrary to my own injunction, فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا, he is going to live an unbearable life. Where? In this world. And after his death, Allah said, وَنَحْشُرُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَعْمَى, and we are going to resurrect him on the day of resurrection blind, on the day of judgment blind, and some other things that will follow. So, obeying Allah makes life good for you. Obeying Allah make us to have a good world. Obeying Allah make us to have a safe community. Make us to have a happy community. Make us to have a good life. I usually say to my brothers and sisters, sometimes, yes, some situations should not get us confused. It shouldn't make us not to think out of the box. Or take for example, if for a reason, maybe some things are not going the way you expect, Put your hope in Allah and use whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave you to try to what? To better your own life. Don't wait for anybody. You don't need to wait for anybody, because everybody is answerable for his own life. Or take for example, if you expect your parents to give you better education and Allah did not give them the means of giving you that better education, you use the little means you have to see how you can better your own life. Don't say you couldn't have this because your parents couldn't do this. Yes, your parents couldn't do. If truly they cannot, Allah won't punish them, because Allah will never hold anybody accountable for a means He did not give him. Oh, maybe you expect your parents to help you get a job and they couldn't get a job for you. What do? Struggle for yourself and see, maybe you'll be able to make it. You know, one good thing about Islam is that it takes care of your life entirely. There's no aspect of your life that Islam is not concerned about. Islam wants you to have good food. Islam wants you to wear decent clothes. Islam wants you to have what? Good job, good means of livelihood. Islam, dinun yahuthu ala kasabil halal. So each and every one of us should think in his own little way. What can you do? Anything you can do. If you refuse to do, Allah will hold you accountable, because anything Allah give you the means. Take for example, like in terms of struggling for wealth. You struggle for wealth based on your capability. And you spend out of your wealth what you need, and the excess, what do? You give it to those who don't have the means. You know, Allah have ways of doing His own things. He give you means to do certain things to certain extent. La yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah never impose on His servant except what? What he can afford, what he can bear. So we all need to work towards making our lives better, towards making our communities better, towards making our countries better, towards making those around us be happy, be better, be safer. Each and everyone has a role to play within your own means. Do what Allah give you the ability to do, because that's what Allah will ask you. Allah will not ask you what you don't have the power. And that's why He told you that alaykum anfusakum. Take care of yourselves. La yadurrukum man dhalla idha ihtadaytum. Those who go astray, their own wrong way or their own wrongdoing will not harm you, so long as you are what? On the right path. Then He went further to tell us that ilallahi marji'ukum jami'an. All of us, our return is to who? To Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. All of us are going to go back to Him. فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ, and He is going to tell you, give you information. Bima وَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. He will give you detailed account of what you were doing. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, we can change our world if we are not ready to take care of ourselves. You can make the world better. You can give what you don't have. They say, فَاقِدُ الشَّيْءِ لَا يُعْطِيهِ. You can make the world a better place if you did not make yourself a better person. You can make your family better when you are not what? Good. That's why Allah. So Allah did not command you first to take care of others before yourself. He said, take care of what? Yourself. He said, alaykum anfusakum. Take care of yourselves. And some way say, ku anfusakum. Protect yourself, save yourselves. Wa ahlikum nara. And your family is from what? From where? From the head. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala guide us all. Alright? May He make it easy for us to be able to check our actions. And like I do say to us from time to time, as a believer, always work towards making yourself 100% clean of sin. 100% what? clean of sin, 100%. And that effort, you will only achieve being 90%, 95%, 80%, 70% righteous. And inshallah, you are guaranteed Jannah. Because on the day of judgment, like we do remind ourselves, Allah did not say the Jannah is meant for those who are 100% upright. He only said the Jannah is meant for those that the good outweighs the evil. But when you relax and you feel, oh, Allah is Ghafurur Rahim, and you do whatever you like, it will make you to go below cut-off mark. But when you walk towards going above cut-off mark, inshallah, you will either go above cut-off mark, or at least inshallah, you won't fall below the cut-off mark. Because we as human, Allah designed us in a way that yes, we are bound to make one mistake or the other. As Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala clearly said to us in a hadithul Qudusi that kullukum khatta'un wa khairul khatta'ina at-tawwabun. He said all of you make mistake, or all of you commit sin, and he said the best of those who make mistake, or the best of those who sin, are those who are repentant. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala put us among them. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله العظيم الجليل لي ولكم ولسائر من كل ذنب وخطيئة فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. My brothers and sisters in deen, let us always reflect on the teachings of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in His noble book and also through His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, for us to be able to better our lives. Like I said, each and every one of us want to have a good life. Then you can only have a good life when you submit yourself to Allah. It's just like wealth. Yes, everybody, like I do say to us from time to time, everybody have what Allah have enriched him with. Nobody is absolutely poor and nobody is absolutely rich. So whatever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave you or endowed you with, try and see or ask yourself, how can you use it to better your world? How can you use it to make the world, habitable for the ummah? And when as a Muslim, you are supposed to be such a person that anywhere you find yourself, that you make that place a safer place, a better place. Anything that you know will harm you or harm the ummah or harm the society, we try as much as possible to avoid it. This world, we should always remember, it is a temporary place. It's not permanent. So you can live in forever. So you can't own anything inside forever. So you can only have access to anything or everything temporarily. If it is money, you can only have money today, but tomorrow that money will not be there. Or you can have power, the power can be there today, tomorrow it will not be there. You can have opportunity of helping people now. Tomorrow you may want to help, but the opportunity is not there. So you have access to learning something now, learn it. Maybe tomorrow you may want to learn, no place to learn. So everything is time. So any opportunity given to you by Allah, try and take and grab it. Try and take advantage of it. That's why Allah says to us in the hadith that extending khamsan qabla khamsin. He said take advantage of 5 things before 5 things come. The hadith we usually hear from time to time from some of our imams in the course of their khutbah. So any opportunity you have, try to take advantage of it. And as a Muslim, yes, you work more than complaining. I usually say to us that sometimes most of us complain more than doing something. Complain doesn't change things. But when you work, when you make effort, they say action speaks louder than what? Than voice or words or whichever way you may want to put it. So we need any little effort you can make, do it. That's what the Prophet taught. We say, ittaqun nara walau bi shiqqi tamra. He said, save yourselves from the hell, even if it is with half of kini. Isomakabi. That is half of dabino, a date. Even if it is half, Allah give you the means. Use it to build your Jannah. Because your good deed, your action is what you use in building your home. Your action is the means of getting your home. Nothing more than that. Your action determines where you will be. That's why you need to check what you do. If you are doing good deeds, inshallah, you are guaranteed Jannah. And if you are doing bad deed, definitely, except out of Allah's mercy. If not, where you will go is where? Hell. وَلِيَعْذُ بِاللَّهِ. May Allah save all of us from it. And that's why they said, لَا دَارَ لِلْمَرْءِ بَعْدَ الْمَوْتِ يَسْكُنُهَا إِلَّا الَّذِي كَانَ قَبْلَ الْمَوْتِ بَانِيهَا فَإِنْ بَنَاهَا بِخَيْرٍ طَابَ مَسْكَنُهُ وَإِنْ بَنَاهَا بِشَرٍ خَابَ بَانِيهَا. They said there is no abode for any living, for one, بعد الموت, after death, that he's going to live in إلا الذي كان قبل الموت بانيها, except the one he built before his death. So وإن بناها بخير, if he built it with good, طاب مسكنه, he will have what? A pleasant place of abode. وإن بناها بخير, إن بناها بشر, if he built it with evil, خاب بانيها. Such a builder, is in loss. May Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala put us among the successful ones. Our leaders, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala guide them and then give them the wisdom to be able to make decisions that, or do things that will make life better for all of us. And we, the followers too, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala give us the patience to be able to tolerate some things from them, to be able to do what is expected of us as followers to make the country better. Our brothers and sisters all over the globe that are having one challenge or the other, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala solve it for them. Our brothers in part of the north where you are having some challenges, insecurity and the rest, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala save them from that situation. Those in the southeast where you are also having challenges, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, save them from the situation. The killings happening here and there, we pray that Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala guide all of us to be able to save ourselves from that situation. We pray that Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, will ease our affairs for us and make us people who will always be conscious of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم لا تدع لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا كربا إلا نفسته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا عسيرا إلا يسرته ولا عدوا إلا خذلته ولا مبتلا إلا عافيته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة هي لك رضا ولنا فيها صلاح إلا عنتنا على قضائها وسترها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم بعلمك الغيب وقدرتك على الخلق أحينا ما علمت الحياة خيرا لنا وتوفنا إذا علمت الوفاة خيرا لنا. اللهم إنا نسألك خشيتك في الغيب والشهادة ونسألك كلمة الحق في الرضا والغضب ونسألك القصد في الغنى والفقر ونسألك نعيما لا ينفد ونسألك قرة عين لا تنقطع ونسألك الرضا بعد القضاء ونسألك برد العيش بعد الموت ونسألك لذة النظر إلى وجه وشوق إلى لقائك في غير ضراء مضرة ولا مضلة. اللهم زينا بزينة الإيمان واجعلنا هداة مهتدين. اللهم أصلح أئمتنا ولاة أمورنا. اللهم أصلح أئمتنا ولاة أمورنا. اللهم أصلح أئمتنا ولاة أمورنا واجعلهم في من خافك واتقاك يا رب العالمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم الجليل يذكركم واشكروه على آلائه ونعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تقولون. حبكم الله.